Hello and welcome back to League of Items. My name is Michael, and I haven't been watching much League of Legends until the season started back up. And of course, the first game I see is Fnatic versus Schalke, and it's one of the things that I like about League of Legends is you can go away for a month and you come back, and it seems like an entirely different game. So this made me think like, wow, how much have I missed? I need to go look at all the patch notes. I need to do this and that and this and that. But then I started thinking about it more, and I realized that this was always really an option. And what I'm specifically talking about is the funnel strategy. So I'm not sure if other people call it the funnel strategy, but that's how it makes sense to me. And the reason I think of it as a funnel strategy is because you're funneling resources onto one champion. It's very similar to Juggermaw. It's just Juggermaw works in like a traditional lane setup, and this funnel strategy requires you to play it differently. And for that reason, I think this is much more comparable to Twisted Treeline. On that map, you have like Kayle as a carry with a support. Like you can play Leona, Braum, something like that. You can do it with Graves, Vayne, Kai'Sa, a lot of different champions. And the reason why it works so well on Twisted Treeline is because you get more gold than anyone else, and you are also higher level than everybody else. And those are two huge advantages because it means that you have more effective gold on your champion. Because in League of Legends, you're farming minions and getting kills and destroying towers and stuff like that because you want gold to buy items and become more powerful. So there's a direct correlation between how much gold you have spent and what level you are and your power level. So in the beginning of this clip, you could have seen that Fnatic was down like 10k, right? That's just in gold earned though, so I'd have to slow it down and do more analysis on it. But the gold gap is much less than 10,000 because of the way that they've built their team composition, and I think it's a very intelligent way that they have built their team composition. Whenever I talk to my players for Rutgers, I always try to have them focus on the 20-minute mark, and it's one thing that we didn't do very well this past year. I'm partially to blame for that. We just didn't figure it out. We didn't figure out how to put it into practice, but we kind of had the right idea theoretically. It's just all the pieces didn't fit together well. So the reason why the 20-minute mark is important, and I think if you've seen some of my other videos, you'll have heard this, is because at the 20-minute mark, you're generally hitting your 2-item spike, and Baron comes on to the map. And those two things together can turn around any single game. So when I build team compositions for my teams, I usually try to focus on the 2-item spike and Baron. One other interesting thing, if you look at their items right now, you'll see that Fnatic has 3 support champions basically, and then an initiator with Singed. So Singed has a Righteous Glory and a Banner of Command. The Banner of Command helps split push, Righteous Glory helps initiate. Nunu has Redemption. Redemption helps like reset after a Baron. It can prolong a push. It can just do a bunch of different things. It's a great item. Most people, I think, agree at this point about Redemption. And then Caps on Kai'Sa has a Ginsu's Rage Blade and the jungle item, and those are the 2 items that are really important. Obviously, Nashor's Tooth helps, but once Kai'Sa has the jungle item and Ginsu's Rage Blade, she's a very, very strong champion, especially when she has a level advantage like she does in this game. And then when the items come back on the screen, you can verify this, but Karma has, what she have? She had a Luden's Echo and some supportive item like Ardent Sensor. Yeah, she had an Ardent Sensor, and then Morgana had a Shurelya's. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 support items that help the team function correctly, and it's just a really cool idea for a team composition. I think Fnatic does a great job with items in general. They're the best team in Europe, in my opinion, and it's because of those kinds of things. They pay attention to the details. They know the different strategies right when they come around. Like the funnel strategy was barely around, and they didn't play it perfectly, obviously. I know Dylan Falco said that in the interview, but they played it well enough to win a professional match, and that says something about how adaptable they are as a team. And then the last thing I was going to say is playing around a hyper carry. So whether it's Juggermaw, whether it's a Twisted Treeline game, or a game where they're doing a funnel strategy, you need to focus on your win conditions and play around your hyper carry if you have one. Because if you have a hyper carry, there is a chance that they will get ahead. Specifically them. If everybody else on the team can function in some kind of role and have the hyper carry be able to pump out enough damage to destroy the entire enemy team, then you still have a shot to win. So I'm back. The channel is going to start having new videos again. Just wanted to give my thoughts on the funnel strategy. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.